Good afternoon, I'm Jimmy Williamson. I'm the Police Chief of the University of Georgia Police Department.
What are some ways that students can make themselves safer and their property safer?
Well, the first thing we always try to offer to everybody in the community is a partnership between the police and the people that live there. The police do what they can to trouble, but what we need is individuals to be mindful of things that are important to them. If it's something of value, record the serial numbers, put those things where they're secure. If you live in a residence hall, you live in an apartment complex, or if you live in a private home, lock the doors even when you're there, and when you leave, definitely make sure you lock. One of the things we always stress to individuals that a lot of people may not have in their residence, or a lot of times we'll find out they have them, they just don't use them, is a deadbolt. When you look at a true doorknob, the locking mechanism on a true door only goes about maybe a ½ inch to 3/4 inches to the door. A true deadbolt, as you can see, gets a little longer, almost a full inch, in some situations 1.5 inches. And the door can be more secure. It keeps it from being entered. Now, understand, any door can be entered with enough force. So what we look for, or what people see as the biggest deterrent, is interviews have been conducted with burglars over the years. Say they'd kick a door once or twice. If it didn't come open, they'd move to the next door, because if they continue to kick it, then it would cause noise and something that may bring attention to them. This is another device that we show people that goes right around the door, and it's self-explanatory. It reinforces that wooden door process where if there is force applied in that area, it can reinforce the doorknob and maybe hold for a little longer. What you see in a lot of apartment complexes now are metal doors, and of course if they're metal doors, it's more secure. If you're in an apartment complex that has or a residence that has a sliding glass door, a simple stick, bind a stick and put it down between. They also have these dual purpose type rods that can be used to put at a regular door that would brace into the doorknob and go down to the floor, but it also could be used in a sliding glass operation. Here's another thing that we show to a lot of people when they're asking for ways to secure doors. This is something that basically would hang on the back of the door, but when you're inside, you would slide it, it goes down into the floor and braces at the bottom. It's called a door club, and it's a very, very useful. What we find in most burglaries in Georgia, the reports are they typically occur when no one's there. So if you can do things like putting lamps on timers where it appears that someone's there, maybe put a radio or television on a timer, and the timers you can buy at any hardware store or department store like a Walmart or a Target, and you set the times and they go on and off. Those are good things. So here again, it gives the appearance that someone's there even when they're not. And those are probably the most frequent type of, or the most frequent type of things that we would suggest to people to help deal with physical security, and it would also deal with personal security if you're inside the dwelling. What we find a lot of times in talking with individuals who have been a victim of a burglary is that they know what was taken, but they can't give us a good description. They don't know the serial number. They might not know the value. If you can record your valuables, maybe take a picture of them, have the serial number, and keep it somewhere other than there where you're living, maybe leave it at home with your parents, or keep it a safety deposit box. These are good things that we tell you. Even if you were a victim of a fire, then you could show the insurance companies the value of the property. You can provide law enforcement with serial number. A lot of times law enforcement comes in contact with a property that we feel belongs to the individual, but we can't say that's theirs because they don't know the serial number. Those are the quickest things I can think of to kind of help out in physical devices and just some processes you can do at your home.